Alright, what's good everyone? We are in our last 2 episodes of this Phase 1 series, the Savage Planet series, and we're left with 2 sets. And I saved the best for last for this occasion, because we've gone over all the other heroes, we went over all the animal creature villains, and that leaves us with 2 sets. And first and foremost, we have the Titan hero himself, Rocka XL, and the big bad mastermind of all time, the Witch Doctor. The big mastermind behind the entire Savage Planet. And so I made these last 2 episodes a tad bit special, a little bit special, and in this case we're going to do it differently. So this episode we're going to remove Witch Doctor for now, and we are going to do this guy, Rocka XL. And just because we have him already, we have 2 Rockas this series. This is his Titan version, and then we have his 3.0 version, his standard version. So if you have not seen that video, it's out by now. Go watch that first before you watch this one, because I'll be doing a lot of comparing between this guy and the same guy, but in a completely different redesign. So let's get right to it. Alright, so here is Rocka XL, and he is set 2282, 174 pieces, and you can see he's just a gigantic lion titan. Because all of the heroes have taken the form of an animal, Rocka is a lion, so this just makes him an extra special lion. So here's the front of the box, and then we look at the back. You can see he is facing off against the infamous Witch Doctor, and so it's going to be one heck of a showdown, and I definitely can't wait to put this guy together. And yeah, unfortunately, since I bought this from a third-party seller, the box is a little damaged, so some of the artwork here is scraped off. But this is what happens when you buy from a third-party seller. So it's you don't expect the perfect packaging, but hey, what matters is whatever's inside the packaging is still intact. So the box is sealed, I hope, and let's now unseal it and see what parts await us inside. Beautiful, clean cut. And the first thing that came out is the half-folded instruction manual. Come on, they did so well with the other sets, or the other villain sets, where they're keeping the instruction manuals completely flat, but nope, here this one is folded. A little unfortunate, but here are the parts. What do we got? Well, for a hero set, there is surely a lot to offer here. And let's see, we got, for the torso here, we got the XL, the extra large, the largest torso, with the extra pins and the shoulder joints. What else do we got? We have 4 bags. So this one is a bag of tiny pieces, little Technic pins, and instead of dumping down on the table, got this little container thing. I'm going to use the same thing here for the Witch Doctor. You'll see eventually, but let's dump the parts here onto there. That way I don't have to make such a mess on the table. Alright, so let's see, for Technic parts, what do we got in the Technic parts? Well, a bunch of pins. We got some of these. Don't know what these are called. Oh, we got this. This is one of the half axle ball piece. So I heard these were quite rare now these days. So it's a pleasure to get one of them in this set. And then get this. And this is like a part of smaller bone / armor pieces. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. Open this one up. Okay, for this bag we got more Technic lift arms. So these are all Technic pieces. I'm looking through here, I haven't seen anything new. There are these gunmetal gray armor add-on pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4 of 3. 4 of these gray axle bone pieces. And we got, what else do we got? More Technic stuff. 2 of these. Probably for his legs. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 axle pieces. I'm going by really quick just because there's a lot of parts and this is a relatively big set. That's why. 2 of this. Double axle in white. 3 of this in white. Yeah, so if you're missing out some parts that you want to see, then go ahead and pause the video. I had to speed run this because there's just a lot of parts. More lift arms. 2 Technic axle pin or axles. And then the rest, actually wait, no, there's 2, 3 of the smallest bone joint right here. And then you get his white hero core. It's the exact same one as his 3.0. There's literally no difference. It's the same thing. As well as the helmet, obviously. And the rest, you just get a mumbo jumbo of these pieces. So that's that. Alright, bag number 2. Okay, this bag, looking like it's more of the larger pieces. So let's get this one open. Alright, cool. Okay, for this pile, I just want to dig out his helmet. Here's his helmet. It's like I said, it's literally the same thing as his 3.0. There's no difference. See? Nothing new. See, I'm saying the helmet is a little big on this guy, but now that I think about it, I think this, because of the oversized helmet, I think this one fits the XL one just perfectly, just the right size for his XL, but too big for his standard version. Also gold here, exact same, his gold armor chest plate, same thing. It's not even new. His head is also the same, that white head. And then armor piece, I see we have 2. As if one isn't enough, we have 2 name badges for Rocka. It's the exact same Rocka 3.0 badge. It's nothing new, and well, now I have 3 of them. You have two name badges, as if one wasn't enough. Okay, let's see. I see a lot of Technic stuff here. You get 2 of this. I'm not even bother naming it. Ooh, we got some pretty large bone joints here, bone pieces. And you get you get 6 of these really long knee joints with 2 Technic pinholes on each side. So that's got some pretty big pieces going on here. But then again, he's XL. What am I expecting? You have 2 of your silver or light gray knee joints with a hole on each side. And then we got 2 extra pinhole normal bone piece in silver. And then we got 2 of your, yes, here we go. 2 standard bone piece. This is the default bone piece. I actually got 3 of them. I didn't see the third one. 1 black hand. Come on. Even for an XL hero, the big Titan guy, you only get 1 hand. Always nice to have heroes with 2 hands, you know? These are for his gun, his shooter. And you get, let's see, spikes. Since this guy's a lion, he's sure to have lots of spikes. And, yep. But you get a bunch of these spikes. His villain core. Wait, that wasn't there before. It is. And let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the bulk 3.0 completely silver Quaza spike pieces. I guess these are for his giant line claw, which we'll see when we build this. But yeah, they're for his super large line claw. Oh, 1 more spike. And then the rest of these here are just all Technic maliciousness. Nothing new here. It's all stuff we've seen before. All the boring crap. Alright, last pile. Last bag. I'm gonna move this back here. And just to make assembly a lot easier. But this is the last bag. And let's see what we got in this bag. Okay, I see a lot of armor. in this bag. So let's see. Let's dig. I see a lot of gold. So now, I said in the 3.0 video, if you love the gold pieces, Rocka 3.0 is your best place to start. But if you're ready for an upgrade, go for the XL because you get 5 number 5 gold armor pieces. So gold people are going to love this. You also get, let's see, 2 golden paws. As if 1 wasn't enough. I said that for the name badge, but 2 golden paws. That would be great for making mocks if you're making like a golden gorilla or something. Oh wait, there's another. So there's 6 number 5 armor pieces. Oh, 7. Oh my goodness, there's so many. I keep missing them. 7 number 5 armor pieces. So like I said, if you love gold, like this pile alone here is that's enough to make you really happy. And another gold, you get a golden ball for his gun. He shoots out a golden ball. Not just your standard gray ball, but a golden ball. Amazing. It's like a orb of chi here. It's great. Alright, the rest here are gunmetal and black pieces, but I want to just get the bone pieces out of the way. 2 knee joints, 1 bone joint, 2 pinholes. The rest here are double holes. I don't know what these are called, double connectors, but you got 3 of them. And then 2 black multi-tool pieces. I just call these multi-tool pieces, I don't know the name. You got 2 of that. And then the rest here are all gunmetal body armor pieces. And if you love gunmetal pieces, again, not only this offers a lot of gold, but it certainly has a lot of gunmetal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gunmetal body armor pieces. And that's everything for this Titanic figure. So we're gonna put this Titanic figure together with my 4K Sony handy camcorder. So let's get right to it. This is where that special ball piece come in. Come on, camera, focus. Focus, camera. But if you can see through this unfocused lens, you can see this is where that special ball piece comes in. And we're going to use it to attach this thing. And that moves up. Boom. Something like that. So that creates an extra layer in his body. But here's his body. It's a very it's a lot of technic stuff going on here. But that's the body side. It's time to move on to building his ginormous thick legs. I just made a very big mistake. Very newbie mistake. It was supposed to be like this. Yes, okay, yeah, whoops. See, even amateurs like me sure to make mistakes. And this goes back there. There you go. That's what the leg should look like. Should. I messed it up. So I thought I lost a piece, and it took me quite a long time to find back, but I finally found it. It was this little thing, and I searched through the whole piece pile. Turns out it was stuck right underneath the golden paw. You little bugger. You almost made me I almost thought I had an incomplete set. Snap that on. There you go, now it fits. Also for this leg, forgot to cover up the knee with this piece here. Don't want it like Firelord. Remember, if you guys remember Firelord, you'll remember he didn't have the best legs at all. So that goes together. There we go, we can stand him up now. Incoming stickman walking through. Interestingly enough, one of the gold paws that is used for him is actually help him bulk up his chest. So you attach the chest plate on the paw like this, so it acts like this, and then you attach the core on, and that's really interesting. That's cool. I would not have thought of using a golden paw to hold up the chest piece. So and that just sits on here. Just like that. Wow, that's actually pretty creative. That's not gonna lie, that's really creative. Alright, now we're gonna assemble his little blaster. Okay, his head actually extends out a little bit, so we're gonna build out his head now. Like that, and then his exact same mask as 3.0 that will attach right on there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, may I present you the Titan hero of the Savage Planet, Rocka XL. Now, I actually had lots of fun putting this guy together. There were a lot of interesting stuff going on with the build. The slight problem was, well, I made some mistakes along the way as I was building, but hey, nevertheless, I pushed through and got this thing built. And it was a very diverse figure compared to the other figures. So, first thing I want to do is take Rocka 3.0 and put him right beside his XL. So yeah, you see, not much of a difference. The XL is not too tall, so that tall from 3.0. It's just, obviously, he's a little more complex, and he's a little more built, but you can see the head mold and the chest is exactly the same name badge, so there's really nothing particularly new. But I'd say if you're going for more gold stuff or maybe something more extreme, don't get Rocka 3.0, but definitely get XL. But I haven't even gotten into detailings of the XL yet. But before I remove 3.0, I need to just point out something I find a little bit odd. Like in 3.0, Rocka's paw or his line claw weapon is on his right hand. Yet on his XL version, his weapon is on his left hand. So look, right hand, left hand. So what's with the switch? I don't see a problem in keeping the weapons on the same side, but what's with the switch? Like, okay, well, he has a gun now, this guy doesn't, but yeah, I don't like the thing. I'm not saying it's bad. I just find it a little bit odd because of the weapon switch with the claws. But obviously, if you have this set yourself, you can obviously make the switch. You can just note that the entire arm here is a completely different bone piece as this one, because it has that large body armor piece. You need to take the entire thing off and then put it on this side and then do the same. So, because this bone piece here, that ain't gonna fit the big body armor, so you gotta make sure you flip it very well. So, alright, see ya, Rocka 3.0. That was nice comparing you to the XL. Your big brother, as I'd call it, but yeah, it's the same guy. First complaint I gotta say about him, though, is that this middle armor piece, it's too wobbly. It keeps going back and forth. It doesn't stay still. It's not secure. Why, Lego? Why? Make this thing secure, for crying out loud. Like this, for my own mental sanity, this is driving me insane. But apart from that, the overall look of the figure looks very, very menacing. It looks very good. He looks very great. Looks very good, looks very great. I don't even know what I'm saying, but he just looks really cool, okay? So, I really appreciate the upgrade on his line claws. Look at the weapon. It looks very, like, royal. Like, he can, like, you know, as he's going, he can, like, stab right into a person, like, and just use these to, like, grab something out. I don't know why I have to make this so gruesome, but the claws look very powerful and definitely something he can use to fight rather than his original one. And I really like the use of the gunmetal gray villain core here to act as a cover-up. So apart from the random weapon switch to his other hand, I think the weapon definitely looks a lot better than the 3.0 weapon. I like instead of using 2 gold pieces or armor, they just attach 2 of his name badges. That's fine, actually. I thought that was gonna be a problem at first, but I think it's okay. It's tolerable and actually looks decent. And then for the chest, I just want to say that was really creative what they did with the golden paw piece acting as to extend his chest to make it stick out more. That was pretty clever. I actually never thought of something like that with that piece. So that's pretty good. And then his right arm, a little bigger. He's bulkier with the body armor covering that, and that's good. I appreciate it. The gun, I would say, is a little bit random, but hey, it comes with a golden spear that he shoots, and then again he has range, so kind of random, just out of the blue. Like, where the heck did he get a gun from? But it's fine. It's fine. You know, these spear shooters are always appreciative, and I don't know where I shot that to, but I'll get it later. Now I want to talk about posability, because this guy actually limits in posability, surprisingly. You expect him to have a lot of poses and a lot of ways to articulate him, right? Well, not exactly. His legs are built double jointed. What does that mean? So there's 2 bones, or like 2 joint pieces linked together. That way it will support the overall weight of the figure, because he's a really heavy figure. And back then, friction adder pieces haven't been invented yet. So what Lego did instead, they made double joints. They made the legs slightly thicker. That way, it has a stronger foundation and it keeps the figure like sturdy. And that's what they also did with the legs connected to his back here. That way, when you move it, it's not that flimsy, and also you get a little bit of resistance, a little bit of friction still going on. But apart from the double joints, his legs do look really thick, I'll say that. But hey, it looks fine. The build was nice, much better than Firelord's. You just have to go see Firelord's legs. They were poorly built. They were not complete. They learned that mistake, and they cover up his knees, everything, and even added extra spikes on the back of his legs. And that's a definite That's a definite nod of approval. And then we look from the back. Of course, he's actually not that bad from the back. Of course, he doesn't look all that great, but hey, it's still nicely covered up, and I think that's fine. You can see how complex the build was from here. There was a lot going on building this upper section of his body. So what was I saying earlier? Posability, right? So notice his legs are really well connected. So when you try to move him, you can certainly move the legs up to do a kicking motion. The knees can for sure move. Just expect a little bit of friction because it's double jointed. And then you can move back here, but this is as far as you can go, just because this piece will stop right here. So you can move the legs very well. Not too much though. You gotta really limit your posability on this guy. And then for arms, his arms are also double jointed, like not the elbow part, but up here in his upper arm, the shoulders. You'll notice, yeah, it's double jointed as well, and so it will be a little bit hard to move this around. Look, it's very, very tight. You have to really put some strength into moving this. Also, with this thing, it looks good, but it gets in the way when you're trying to move his arm, And so I feel like, okay, well, Lego could have actually put somewhere in a better place. I appreciate the look. It looks cool on him. It doesn't make his shoulder look bare, but it certainly gets in the way when you're trying to make cool poses for this guy. So, same thing on this guy. You can see, because it's double jointed, the friction is very, very resistant. Just like that. But let's talk about the top, actually. You notice he's a lion, alright? He has taken the powers of a lion, and therefore all of this, I believe, is his mane. The lion mane. And it looks really neat. And they even have like extra spikes back here. They even got the spikes going on top of here. It just makes him look like a proper king of the jungle. And I gotta say, there's a lot of spikes for this guy. There's a lot of spikes. So, porcupine? Is he a lion or is he a porcupine? I don't know. And then finally, the one thing I want to go over is his head. And it's literally the same thing as 3.0. But you notice they have an extra bone joint here just to extend his head out a little bit to fit with the dimensions of the chest. And that's fine. I think that's actually better if you have his head sticking out instead of moving it back there. He just looks like he's like a very fat guy rather than a menacing character. So good thing to stick him out. And yeah, and then finally, I think I showed you the back already, but yeah, so I have actually been looking forward to this guy the most. Like when I started doing this project and Savage Plan, I was like, these guys look great, but Rocka XL really got my attention and I really wanted to get this one. However, there's a funny story when I got this guy. Well, on its way to my studio, the package may have gotten lost on its way here, and I didn't know. And so on the day it was supposed to arrive, it didn't arrive, and it was almost a couple days after it was supposed to arrive. So I contacted the seller and I said, bro, where's my set? And he said, well, I checked and it says it's here. But then I looked outside my front door, I'm like, no, it's not here. And he's like, what? Check again. And then it wasn't here. And it turns out, on its way, it got lost in transit. So my guess is maybe the truck got robbed or something by some thieves or something. But anyways, nevertheless, I got the full refund and I ordered this one from a local BC seller. So thank you for that guy for providing me this within it was pretty quick, within 3 days it came. So there's that. So Rocka 3.0, I just put in 3.0 right here just to get the final shot with Rocka XL. And so what do I think of Rocka XL? Well, look, he's a definite upgrade for sure from 3.0. And I'd say if you want a cool Rocka figure, don't go for Jet Rocka. Jet Rocka is not that great. Go for Rocka XL. And if you don't have a lot of money, you can stay for Rocka 3.0. But you got a little extra cash and you want to change the game up a bit, of course, go for XL. He obviously looks a lot better, but in the end, same character, just different style. And Rocka deserves a great 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, just because that body armor, that middle armor piece there, that's so loose and it's gonna seriously bother me a lot. Like a lot. It's just gonna drive my mental sanity, and I think, yeah, that's not gonna sit well with me. But then again, those are my thoughts on this set. What are your thoughts on this set? Do you think 3.0 is better or his upgraded XL version is better? Doesn't matter. My opinion is I like this a lot. I think he looks the coolest before Ferno XL. Ferno XL is still the coolest, but he's the second coolest. So those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Subscribe, smash that like button if you like it, dislike it if you don't, and we will see you all with the big bad final bad guy of all, Witch Doctor. Talk to you again very soon.